Hey there. We're going to talk about an advanced topic today using the past participle without the GE prefix. Deep stuff, complicated stuff. So quick review before we jump into that. When we talk about the past, we have two main ways we talk about the past in German. One form is called the perfect. Ich habe gespielt, ich habe gegessen, I have played, I have eaten. Or we have the one-word past called the preterite. Right? We can say things like ich ging, I went, or ich spielte, I played. So two different ways to talk about the past. Today we're dealing with the perfect. Ich habe gespielt, ich habe gegessen, ich habe gelesen, I have played, I have eaten, I have read. So when we look at that last word, gegessen, gespielt, gelesen, that's the past participle. And normally, as you know, it begins with the GE. All right, so I have played cards. Ich habe Karten gespielt. Right? You know this kind of structure already. Up front, I have a verb habe, and at the end, I have the second verb gespielt. And in bright red on the screen, you see the pattern, ich habe Karten gespielt. You get used to this, like this. We got, wir haben Saft getrunken. We have drunk juice. So again, you have the form of haben up front and the GE verb at the end. And that's the pattern we learn, and that covers 90% of your verbs, right? This is a pattern you want to have clearly identified in your brain. And so, like I said, 90% of the verbs work with this, but then there's always the exceptions. All right, so that was a quick review about verbs in the perfect form, right? The I have eaten, I have driven, I have written, I have bought, I have sold. That's the perfect form. Ich habe gelesen, ich habe gekauft, ich habe gehört, right? That's your verb in the perfect form. And you knew all that already. That was just a review. Here's the kicker. Here's the new part. There are some verbs that do not begin with GE in the perfect form. These are the exceptions to the rule. So we're going to find out that you're going to get that verb at the end of the sentence. It's a past participle. It's part of a perfect verb form, but in no GE. So let's take a look at some examples. All right, here we go. Two sentences. Ich habe meine Oma besucht and ich habe meine Oma gesehen. All right, so I have visited my grandma, I have seen my grandma. One has a GE that you expected. That's the usual pattern. Ich habe meine Oma gesehen. But the other one does not have the GE. It's got be, besucht. Here's another set of examples. Ich habe die Sonnenbrille verloren. Ich habe die Sonnenbrille gekauft. All right, so gekauft, just what you expect, the GE prefix on the verb kaufen, but above verloren, the verb for lost, no GE, right? It's breaking the rule. Hat das Problem erwartet. Hat das Problem gelöst. Once again, one of them has a GE prefix, the other one doesn't. Hat die Stimmung zerstört. Hat die Stimmung gespürt. The GE prefix, that's what you get most of the time, but there's all these little exceptions. Hat das Fahrrad repariert. Hat das Fahrrad gekauft. Again, the GE, gekauft, like most verbs, but the repariert suddenly has no GE prefix. It's the exception. It's that thing that's trying to fool you. It doesn't occur very often, but it occurs just often enough to make life, well, interesting. All right, so as you know, most of the time, past participle begins with GE, and you're going to get used to saying ich habe ge. Ich habe gelesen, ich habe geschrieben, ich habe gewohnt, ich habe gekauft. But then every once in a while there's the exception with no GE. Ich habe verloren. Ich habe repariert. Ich habe verzichtet, whatever. Ich habe vergessen, ich habe verkauft. Any of those that don't take the GE, that's the tricky little exception, and now you know. See you later. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss.